Welcome to my channel. Nighthawk X10 Smart Wi-Fi Router R8900. Setting up the Nighthawk X10 Smart Wi-Fi Router R8900 is quite straightforward. Here's a basic guide to help you get started. First, unbox and connect. Unbox your router and make sure you have all the necessary components: the router itself, antennas, power adapter, and Ethernet cable. Second, hardware setup. Attach the antennas to the router. Ensure they are securely screwed on. Connect the power adapter to the router and plug it into a power outlet. Turn on the router using the power button if available. Connect one end of the Ethernet cable to the LAN port on the router and the other end to your modem. This will establish the internet connection. Third, initial configuration. Open a web browser on a device connected to the router, such as a laptop or smartphone. Type the default IP address of the router, usually http://192.168.1.1 or http://192.168.0.1, into the address bar of your browser and press enter. You should be prompted to enter a username and password. By default, the username is often admin, and the password is password. If these credentials don't work, consult the router's manual for the correct default login information. Follow the setup wizard or navigate to the appropriate settings to configure your internet connection. You may need to select your ISP and enter any necessary login information provided by your internet service provider. Fourth, Wi-Fi configuration. Once the internet connection is established, you can configure your Wi-Fi network. Set a network name, SSID, and password for both the 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz bands. You can usually find these settings under the Wireless or Wi-Fi section of the router's settings. Fifth, optional settings. Explore the router's settings to configure additional features such as parental controls, guest networks, COS, quality of service, and port forwarding, depending on your needs. Sixth, firmware update. It's a good idea to check for firmware updates for your router and install them if available. You can usually find firmware update options in the router's settings menu. Seventh, final checks. Once you've configured your router, test your internet connection and Wi-Fi network on your devices to ensure everything is working correctly. Thank you for watching.